All right, so we are recording and we are doing our very first Emerald Chat. What I wanted to do was basically doing these once a month just to get you guys, once you reach Emerald, it's kind of like, you're Emerald, yay, now what? And I want you to learn all the ins and outs of the business, learning how to grow your volume, how to grow your income, how to, do some of the things in the online office that aren't just, the basics. And that way you can grow your business even more and making sure that you're doing the things that you should be doing, like, helping your coaches once you sign them up to be, working the business and to helping them as well. So that's what we're kind of going to go over. With these is more of like a training, but more specialized into the emeralds and what you should know. So one of the things is the leader ladder. And I really wanted to start with this because it's an important part of our business. It's something that Beachbody uses for some of the bonuses that we have, some of the trips that we have. Team leader, if you make team leader in your very first year as a coach, you get a free summit ticket. So if you're a success starter right now and you make team leader, you have a free ticket this year. Once you make team leader in your first 12 months, then you'll get the next summit ticket for free as well. So it's a kind of cool perk. They also have the team leader and 2-star party at Summit. So when you are a 2-star diamond and your team leader, you have a party at Summit as well. So they do all these things that kind of wrap around the leader ladder. And it's so important to know what it's about, how to earn the things, and also to grow your business in a way that's more well-rounded. Same thing with Elite. Elite points are well-rounded, where it's your coaches are earning, you are working in all different areas of your business, and that's kind of where the leader ladder goes. If you're focusing on the leader ladder, you're also going to be focusing on with Elite points as well, just naturally. So let me actually share my screen here. And I sing too, so what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is our leader, obviously our online office. So the very first place that you're going to find your leader ladder is in this section right here. So you're going to click on leadership ladder. This is going to tell you where you need to be for that next rung. So for me right now, I'm team leader, and these are the items I need to hit for the next run. These are the items I already had for this past month. And then this is what I currently have for this month. So they're not going to count team leaders until the very end of the month. They actually do it on the 5th of every month. Then it updates and tells me like how many team leaders I had. And it's so important to be going in all these different areas so that way you know where you need to be, what you need to focus on. Like I know for me, rank is one thing I need to focus on. Coaches with Success Club points I need to focus on, and team leaders. And this also counts with your second business center as well. So if you have a second business center, once you hit 2-star, they accumulate all of those. So I had enough for the next level, counting my second CBC, sorry. So we'll go through. You can actually click right here, right underneath, and magically it pops up with all the information that you need to know. So we're going to go through each one and tell you how it's calculated, and we'll go from there. So the first one is Business Starter. This is one that you want to be on at least every single month, because this means you made at least $100. You're in Success Club and you're a coach. So basically you made Success Club and you earn $100. So more often than not, like if you sell 2 all access challenge packs this month, you just earn $100. And you made success. You would need one more. So you made $150 and Success Club, boom, you're in. Perfect. And the commissions in there are updated every Thursday. So that very first part, BP is bonus points. That just means that for other countries like Canada and the next country that we're in, they do it all on one system. So they call it bonus points, but it's basically US dollars. So the one consistent thread throughout all of these is Success Club. So you want to be hitting Success Club every single month. And that's really just you opening your business. It's you making sure that you are helping other people, that you are sharing and inviting other people to this journey, and that you're helping other people. So Success Club is going to be key for that. And it's just 3 people a month. That's all you have to help. And obviously we aim for a lot higher, because the more people that we help, the more lives that are going to be impacted, and the more lives that are going to be changed, but also our lives are going to be changed even more as well with the more people that we're helping. So as a business starter, that should be your number one goal every single month, is to be hitting business starters. So basically Success Club. Team Builder is $250 a month plus Success Club 5 and your Emerald. So the cool thing about being Emerald or higher is that with your weak leg volume, you're cycling, right? So you're having your team bonuses now. So now you have another income stream coming in, and you're getting those customer leads as well, which is super awesome. So, but you also have to have, I'm going to skip one row real quick. You have to have 200 team volume on your weak leg that entire month in order for you to be a team builder. So right there, that's 2 cycles. So that's $28 right there in team cycle bonuses, if you have 200 on your weak leg. And the cool thing is it's throughout your entire month. So that's, not just, 1 week worth. You have to have 200 in 1 week. You have to have 200 in a month. The thing with the weak leg volume, I will say, is that it ends on the very last bonus week, which is a Thursday. So the very last Thursday of the month, that weak leg volume stops. If it continues to grow, then it means that there's a glitch in the system. I learned this with Candace, and it's not throughout the entire end of the month. It stops on that last Thursday. So whatever volume you have on that last Thursday is the volume that counts for your leader ladder. And that's all of everybody in your weak leg. So it's your coaches, their coaches, and so on. That's the cool part of being a part of Beachbody, is that we earn an income off an infinite amount of levels. We don't stop at, level 6 or level 8, or, there's some companies that do stop at a certain level that you earn off of those people. For us, it's an infinite amount. So you get 200 team volume in 1 month, and that's 2 cycle bonuses, and that's off of everybody in your weak leg. Now the cool thing, if you saw on mine, I had like 90,000 on my weak leg. So, obviously I had plenty enough for all of it. But the more time that you spend on this business, and the more that you focus on those things, like focusing on your weak leg, if you have a really strong leg with volume, if you're focusing on your weak leg for volume, you're going to be building an amazing business. And if you're helping those coaches on that weak leg, especially to grow their teams, your weak leg is going to grow. So you also have to have, for Team Builder, you have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches with at least 1 Success Club point. They don't have to make Success Club. They just need to help 1 person. That's it. So you have to have at least 2 people. So, maybe if you're Emerald and you got Emerald with just your family, discount coaches obviously are not going to grow your business. You have to have coaches who work the business. So that means inviting them in a way to where they want to work the business. You're sharing the opportunity of growth with them. You're sharing the opportunity of income, the opportunity for freedom, having those things and being able to present that to them. So having at least 2 people with 1 point. And of course, if your spouse is underneath you, that's even more of a no-brainer, because not only can you make Success Club in yours, but you can make Success Club in your spouse and as well. And I will say for as far as spouses go, not to get them to Emerald until you have all your coaches for Diamond, and you just need that 1 last Emerald on that leg. And then you build your spouse. But you don't want to build your spouse and you don't have enough coaches for Diamond yet. So the next rung is Team Leader. So Team Leader makes a huge jump in volume. So not only you go from Team Builder where you had $250 a month for commissions, but now you're at $1,000 a month for commissions. Can you imagine what that would do for just your own life of just making an extra $1,000 a month? That's insane. I know for me, I was so excited when I was making $1,000 a month because I was like, this is awesome. Like I could pay my mortgage or my rent with it. Like it was so freeing to have that extra income coming in. And that came from making Success Club 5 and also being a diamond or higher. So, and also with these, I will say real quick, a side note that if your income goals, whatever your income goals are, if you just look at the income goals at the top here of these commissions, if you do all this stuff down below, that is how much money you should be making if you do those things. So that's another reason to be using this. So that way, if you want to make $1,000 a month, you know you need to make Success Club. You know that you need to be at least a diamond coach and to have at least 4 of your coaches with 1 Success Club point and have 5,000 team volume on your week leg. So that's a huge jump to go from 200 volume to 5,000 volume. And I will actually tell you how much 5,000 is here in a second. 150 cycles. So times it by 18 because now you have from emerald to diamond, you go from $14 a team cycle bonus to $18. You just gave yourself a pay raise. So that's $900 right there in team cycle bonuses. So, 90% of your $1,000 a month is coming from your team cycle bonuses, which is so cool. Also, once you're hitting diamond, you're getting matching bonuses, which is every cycle that your emerald coaches make, you get 10% of that. So let's say your emerald coach makes 2 cycles of $28. You get $2.80. So you can have the potential to earn, more income just from being a diamond coach and from helping your coaches grow their business and cycle more. So it's really their success is going to be your own success as well. So the more successful your coaches are, the more successful that you will be as well. So then the next jump is organizational leader. And that goes from $1,000 a month to $2,500 a month. And the course Success Club 5 is across the board. Now you're a 2-star diamond. You have at least 6 personally sponsored coaches with 1 point. And you have 15,000 team volume on your week leg. And you have 2 personally sponsored team leaders. So 2 people who have made that team leader section. And I will say volume is the hardest thing to make. So if you get it now, that is going to be the thing that's going to really help you grow your business and help your coaches grow, is if you understand that volume and understanding that leader ladder and getting them to understand the volume. When the leader ladder came out, it was a little bit harder because it was like, okay, now we got to play catch up of, where we're going from here. So really focusing on that 5,000 team volume and that week leg is going to be important. And that comes from growing a business. It comes from adding coaches to your team, but it also comes from those coaches helping people and to be getting started right. And that's where that Keep It Simple group that we start on Monday tomorrow is going to come in, is, keeping it simple, learning how to invite, learning how to do the simple things and the tasks, and getting them started on that right foot so they are earning an income, so they are earning volume and helping people. So the hardest part, I would say, for organizational leader is the team leaders and that 5,000 team volume part. That's probably the hardest part of it all. And then executive leader is $8,500 a month. Success Club, you're a 5-star diamond, and you have 8 people with Success Club points, and you have 50,000 team volume your week leg and 4 team leaders. And it's so crazy to me. There's only like 30 people in the entire network. And I know in 5-star diamonds and up group, there's, actually, I'll tell you real quick how many people are in that group. Because once you make 5-star, you're added to it's called the wall. So it's a 5-star and up group, and there are 627 members in there. So that's 627 people who are 5-star and up. And there's like 30 of them who are executive leaders. That's crazy to me. But I know that it's that one, either their own team volume, they don't have that week leg volume, or it's the team leaders. Between those 2 things, those are the things that are holding them back from getting to that. I know for me, it's the 5-star and it's the team leaders, but it's because of the volume part. So that's really where I want you guys to get is that volume part down. And that's what we're going to be going over probably the next few months, is just building volume and helping coaches build volume. So that way they have this small win, so they want to continue even more. And that way you're earning income, because obviously, like I said, 90% of that $1,000 a month is from team volume. And I would say about 95% of my income is from team commissions, so off of coaches. So it's matching bonuses, it's signing up coaches, it's club memberships of coaches, it's team bonuses, and I think that's about it. So, but the majority of my income of my multiple 6 figures is off of the coach network. It's off of the coaches underneath me and what they are doing. So if we can get your coaches to be doing things, you'll be making more money. And that's really the whole goal. So I do want to open it up for questions on the leader ladder. If you guys have any questions at all, you can unmute yourselves. Let me stop the share so I can see your pretty faces. So do you guys have any questions on, you know, is it like over your head? Do you understand it? Is it like thumbs up if you understand it? Do you get it? Michelle gets it. Amanda, do you get it? Yay. Okay, good. It's not something that's super hard to understand. I think it's very simple stuff, right? But then we're like, okay, well, how do we help our coaches reach that? You know, how are we supposed to get our coaches to work the business? Or maybe we're just signing up discount coaches, or we're presenting the business in a way of like, well, you can make a discount. Or, you know, people are like hesitant about, you know, the price, and like, well, you can get a discount as a coach, you know, instead of saying, well, if you're hesitant about the price, you can earn an income as a coach and earn your income back of what you spend and help other people at the same time, you know. But more importantly, also getting your coaches involved and engaged. I do think that getting them engaged off the bat, so one, welcoming them in to the team page within the day, within an hour of them signing up. Like, as soon as a new coach signs up, I'm excited for them. I'm ready for them to go. I'm like, yes, let's get you going. Let's get you moving, because they're pumped. They're excited. They're ready to go, right? So I'm sending them a welcome email right off the bat, which I did put, I'm pretty sure I put mine in the Emerald group of my new coach welcome email. Let me just check real quick. I know I posted in there my customer email. Yeah, I put my welcome coach email in there. Let me see if I did. Yeah, okay. So I put and I also did like a Google form of like getting to know them type of thing and what they should be doing. And, you know, so as soon as I have a coach sign up, I get them involved in there. I'm messaging them at least once a week to check in on them, making sure that they've gotten their package, making sure they got their workouts, make sure they're doing their workouts, having them in your challenge group, which a lot of my coaches come from my challenge group already anyway, because I really changed my business. Instead of signing up coaches of right off the bat without ever doing a program, I'm having them in my challenge group, and then within that first 30 days before their next Shakeology ships, I'm having them sign up as a coach, because for one, I've already gotten points from them, so it doesn't matter. But also then, you know, they get to sign up for free, and their next Shakeology ships with the discount. So, you know, being able to do that, but now they also have belief. They know that the program is working for them, especially if they're doing 21-day fix. It's 21 days, and you know, within the first 30 days, they're already getting results. So they have belief in the product. They know that it works. They're already loving it and getting results. So now they're naturally and organically sharing it with other people. So they might as well get paid for doing that as well. But also, when we have success starters, that's, you know, it's so hard to start a brand new coach off right with and getting them to success starters when they've never done a program before, when they don't have that belief in the products already. So that's where you want them to be doing the success, or to be in your challenge group first, and then have them become a coach, so that way they can share about the results. They can share about the program and how it is within their market. And that's where the Keep It Simple group is going to come in too, as well as helping them formulate their coming out coach posts and inviting the people to their next challenge group. So now they've already been in your group, so now they're going to go and run their own group at the same time, and they're going to get all the tools that they need for posts and inviting and following up and scripts and all that good stuff. So there's no guesswork in it. They already have everything ready for themselves. What else was there that I was going to talk about? Let me get some water real quick. So Shalene had, if you ever follow her on Snapchat, she always has her bottles with her. I feel like Shalene right now with all my bottles. But I always have these just sitting on my desk and fill them up all the time. Let's see here. What else was there? Something else. And I was on a roll and then I got thirsty. Squirrel. So let's see here. So getting your coaches started off right is going to be so vital in getting them started and getting them moving and getting them running their challenge groups. I was actually talking to somebody the other day and how they were so afraid of inviting and following up and not being consistent with that they didn't want to do it because they're afraid they weren't going to be able to stay consistent and following up with them. And then in turn, they didn't want to add them on into a challenge group. Like they weren't even running challenge groups because they weren't inviting people, but they were waiting for people to sign up in order to start a challenge group. And that's totally backwards. Like you want to have your date set, and no matter what happens, you have your date set. Like tomorrow I have a challenge group starting and I have 2 people in it. One's a customer lead and one is a girl that transferred to me that already had 21 Day Fix. So I didn't make any money off of these people, but I'm still helping them because even with 2 people, I might put them in my other group that I had going on since last week, but I don't think I will. I'll just fix with these 2 people and it'll be more intimate that way. But sometimes you're not going to have any people at all. And that's okay, because then you can act like, oh, my group is full, but guess what? I just opened another one and starting in 2 weeks. Nobody's going to know that nobody showed up for your group or nobody wanted in your group. Nobody knows that. So just like nobody knows the number on the scale. So why even bother looking at a number on a scale when we're all focusing on measurements and how you feel in those non-scale victories? But nobody's going to know in your business that you're a brand new coach, or you're just trying to figure it out now. Nobody knows that. But if you act like you figured it out, you act like you're a successful coach, you will become a successful coach, because that's how you portray yourself. If you have that confidence in you, then people are going to want to join your team because they have that confidence. If you're sharing posts from Dare to Dream or Team Too Legit of coaches who have had success, and you're sharing those, like, look at this coach on my team, it's still a coach on your team, right? Like, it doesn't mean that it's your personally sponsored coach, but you could still give that coach a shout out or share their results, as long as, you say it's a coach on your team. I mean, people will see that and be like, oh, wow, she's doing so well. Look at this coach on her team who's also doing awesome. People don't know the difference. I just wouldn't lie about it and say it was your coach if it wasn't. I would just say, this coach on my team is killing it. Look at her results. Share those things. Share it with other people. And especially these things about success. That, to me, that is where people will start to build trust, is when they see other people having success, not just you. So being able to share your challenger spotlights, being able to share a coach spotlight, as you're adding coaches to your team, make up a coach spotlight and spotlight them even in your team page. Or like if you have a personally sponsored coach page, I would definitely have a personally sponsored coach page, not a huge team page with everybody, but just one for your personally sponsored coaches. So you have a place just to talk to them and help them on a more personal level. And that way you can do prizes as you get bigger. You can do competitions in there. You can do all sorts of fun things. I did push books for mine. Like, they had to add 4 coaches between February and March, and they got push books if they did. And that's just something that, if you're doing those things within your own team, it just makes it more fun. And you don't have to do it within your whole entire downline, because then that will just get ridiculously expensive. Unless, they pay for it or you find a really good deal on something. So let's see here. So the leader ladder really is something that's just going to help you, one, build your business. It's going to be that benchmark, because it is called leadership ladder benchmarks. So it's the benchmarks for you to be able to figure out, where you need to have work on in order to reach your whatever next rung. So it's those things that you need to tweak and to work on and to learn more about, because some of the stuff, it might not come easily, like the team volume. Doing things like the 3-day refresh group, that's going to boost team volume. So that's why we do those things, is for one, so we can get results and share those results with other people, because guess what? My 10-pound weight loss 3-day refresh results, the last time I did it, I know Doug used that picture over and over again and sold like 4 challenge packs off of those pictures. So being able to share those things and helping each other at the same time is amazing. That's a great part of it. And he's building volume. So he's adding coaches to his team. He's building volume, all because I did the 3-day refresh and shared my results. And doing that group together, it just helps each other stay on track. You can even use that group for our customers as well, saying, hey, we got a 3-day refresh group coming up with all of our coaches and in there, and it's going to be so awesome. We're going to get results together. We're going to stay committed the next 3 days. Who wants to join us, and show the before and after picture. And the biggest thing is caffeine for me. Is having caffeine is like, I've got E&E right now. So, at least it's not energized. But, having caffeine is so huge, and everybody needs it, right? They just need, as soon as they wake up in the morning, they're like, oh, I need coffee, I need an energy shot or something. But if they're on a 3-day refresh, they're getting rid of all those toxins in their body to where they shouldn't need it after those 3 days. Or they're craving carbs, or they're craving junk food. And that 3-day refresh is going to help them get rid of those cravings. So talking more on the emotional side of things when you're doing a post is really going to help as well. And then, of course, adding coaches to your team. So you want to be sharing the webinars. You want to be putting it out there for people who are, have done the products already, or maybe you just want to be adding tons of people and just have them get started on their journey right away as a coach. And that's totally okay too. And getting them signed up as a coach, because honestly, if you want to make an income in this business, you have to be adding people to your teams, and you have to be adding them every single month. So as an Emerald coach, the goal is to add 2 people every month. So that way you're going Emerald over and over again, right? So that way we're adding 2 people to our teams. And that's where we have the live open house event happening on Thursday, which is really going to help you as well. So that way you're doing, you're inviting to something that's so simple, like, hey, just come check it out. No pressure. Just check it out. See if you like it. And then you have all the rest of the team who are doing the live videos and in the comments helping you with getting your customers to be excited and signed up. Like that, to me, that's genius, right? It's having the team help you getting your coaches or your prospects signed up as coaches. So utilizing those and going up in rank is going to be where your income is going to grow, and not stalling. It's when you stall and you don't add coaches to your team is when your team starts to crumble, because it's when you stop working, everybody else is going to stop working as well, because they see that. I've even seen some people are like, oh, that person's still around. I had no idea, because they're not engaged in the groups. When you are engaged, your coaches will be more likely to engage as well, because they will do what you do. Now, I do have, let's see here. I don't want to go too off topic, because I'm just going down the row of like how to help you with each rung. So when this weekend at Super Saturday, Tanya had a really awesome slide, and I'll share it in Team Too Legit as well, of the of her power hour. And her thing is to not do anything with your coaches or with your team or with your challenge groups or with your posts or anything until your inviting is done for the day. Like, that was her number one thing, because otherwise you're going to go into management mode. It's so easy to be like, well, I'm just going to go and help my coaches first, and I'll message my coaches, or I'll make my posts first. And, that's so easy to do, and then never get to the inviting part. Where our business, it's all in the invite. It's in the follow-up. That's our business. So doing all the other stuff is a non-income producing activity. So you want to do income producing activities first, which is the inviting and following up. And then goodness for Facebook schedulers, so that like SimShare, Postcron, Buffer, Hootsuite, whatever you want to use. I use SimShare, but you can schedule your posts for the entire week. So every day you can go in at the end of the day and schedule your posts for the next day, or once a week, go in and schedule your posts for the entire week. Like if you're in the challenge group with Rachel and I, some of you are, I have my posts in there. Every Sunday I have my posts scheduled to go off at 6 a.m. for the rest of the week. So that way I know I don't have to worry about getting up early to making sure that my challenger has a post in there for that morning because they wake up at 5 a.m. or whatever, I want to make sure that my challengers, if they're on the East Coast, they still see something from me in the morning. So they know every single morning, it's like clockwork, that they're going to get something. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do all my own personal, for more like mid-morning, I'll post my own workout. I'll post my own breakfast. I'll post my lunch or whatever I'm having. I'll do my own check-in, because it's so important for us to be checking into our challenge groups as well as a challenger, to be showing the vulnerability, to show that we're getting results and that we're sharing those with each other, because that's just going to make it even more of a community when you are sharing your stuff as well. So I'm going in there and checking in the afternoon, and following up with any comments or whatever. Another thing is, you don't want to be in your challenge group all the time. So I'll post it in the morning and have it scheduled, and then maybe like 11 o'clock-ish, I will go back in and post my workout picture or a food picture, and then I'll go back in at night and I'll just respond to comments, because you don't want your challengers as well to think like, oh, my coach is always in a challenge group and I don't have the time to always be in a Facebook group, So we want them to be able to know that, hey, this is also something that you can do, and do it quickly throughout the day. But you can go in there once a day and just respond to things, and it doesn't seem like you're always in there all the time, even though I'm on Facebook all the time. But you want to, and also when you're doing your power hours, to turn off everything. That was another thing that Tanya said, is to turn everything off. Turn off your ringer on your phone. Basically put your phone on silent. Turn off any social media sites that you're not using for inviting. I have my timeline turned off, so that way I'm not Facebook scrolling. If you have a habit of going into your email and just clicking refresh and going through your emails like I do, close out of your emails and don't even have those tabs up. I do have that problem of going in, I'm inviting people, but then I'm like, oh, there's a new message, squirrel, so now I'm like, oh, I need to clean out my inbox because I finally cleaned out 4,000 worth of emails. So I have it all clean and trying to keep it clean. And, making sure you're turning those things off so you're not getting squirrel brain, so that way you're only focusing on that one task. I use Asana as well and my to-do list. So that way I'm working off that to-do list every single morning. So the very first thing when I sit down, I make my to-do list. I know what I'm doing. And then I start with my inviting. So I know all of my people I need to follow up with for that day, and then all the people I need to invite. And then I will go through all my messages that are brand new in Facebook, and I'll put them into Asana, and it helps me. I finally figured out after 6.5 years that I need 2 screens. So if you cannot figure out in your tracking get 2 screens. It'll save your life. I've tried Asana before. I've tried TeamZ. I've tried Streak. I've tried pen and paper. I've tried Excel. Nothing worked for me until I had 2 screens. And I'm like, oh, this is heaven. Like, I can figure it out now. So if you can't figure it out, getting 2 screens. So I bought myself a new iMac, and I've got my iPad here, or my laptop here, my MacBook. So that way I have my Asana just on my laptop, and then I'm working off of my desktop. And it also helps as well that I'm not having, constantly working on my phone, and I'm setting more strict business hours, because I know if I'm answering something on my phone, I'm less likely to plug it into the app on Asana. So I don't even want to mess with it. So I know if I'm going to be working, I'm going to be sitting at my computer working. So it's helping me set more strict business hours. And then when I am with my family, I'm not spending as much time doing that. And then I can do my Facebook scrolling, on my phone and liking and commenting on things. I wanted to keep this kind of short. So does anybody have any other questions about the leader ladder or anything that I went over today? What I really want you guys to focus on is, of course, business starter, that's easy. That's Success Club. Continued adding people to your teams every single month, setting those goals of how many people you're adding to your team every month, and then making sure your actions are set up to those goals. So making sure that you set up like, hey, I'm going to add 4 coaches to my team this month. You need to make sure that you are, sending out the webinar often enough. It's said that 1 out of 30 people are going to sign up. So if you're talking to 1 person a day, that means that you'll get 1 person that month to sign up. If you're talking to 2 people a day, that means that you're going to have 2 people that month sign up. So if you figure it out that way, how many people you want, then you can kind of backtrack and say, okay, how many people a day am I going to have to talk to? If you are going to be, if you want Success Club 10, you want to make sure you're talking to at least 5 people a day about a challenge group, about coaching, about whatever, and inviting 5 people a day to something. So if you want to do that, make that your goal, 5 to 10 people. I mean, even if you do 5 people, that seems doable to talk to 5 people in one day, but if you do that consistently of a new person every single day, and then also adding to your network, because if you're not adding to your network, you're just talking to the same people over and over and over again. And they're going to get soon enough, they're going to be like, mom brain, where you just, you tune them out, right? Because you just tune out the people just constantly talking to you like, okay, yeah, yep, got it, honey, got it. Or like kids crying, they're like, yep, okay, go away. You eventually just tune it out. So, making sure that you're adding new people to your network. And I think I will probably have somebody as a guest speaker come on and talk about adding people to networks that's really good at it and has really awesome I have a couple of people on mine already for it. But just continuously to add people to your network, to building those relationships, to searching for people. And when you're doing that, your business is going to grow so much. And you are all our Emerald coaches. So you have already that groundwork of, what it feels like to sign somebody up. What it feels like to, help somebody get started on their journey. Now you want to help them get started on their journey, but help even more people. Go for Double Emerald. Go for Educated Emerald. And then add 2 more coaches. And now 1 coach in each league just needs to get to Emerald. And now you're a Diamond coach. It's that simple. There's other coaches in this company, there's other companies out there that have an equivalent of Diamond coach, and they have to add 280 people to their network and to their teams. We just have to add 12, 8 people and then 2 for the Emeralds. So that's 4. So 12, 280 or 12, I'll take the 12 any day. And it just really puts it in perspective of like, okay, if I'm just talking to 5 people a day, every single day, that's 150 people in the month. That's crazy. And the better that you get, we say 1 in 30, but the better that you get at inviting, the better that you get at following up with them and tracking them and, inviting them to things and like saying, hey, I got a challenge group coming up or an accountability. I call mine accountability groups. I don't call them challenge groups because people don't know what challenge group is. So I try to use the most broad term as possible for people. So like, hey, I have a new accountability group coming up on April 10th. I know you wanted to lose 30 pounds by whenever. I'm so excited to help you start getting ready on that journey. Are you ready to start? Just ask them, are you ready to start? Super excited, ready? Are you ready to start? Always be excited for them and just ask, are they ready? And that's the most simple question of the day is, are you ready? Don't be afraid to ask them that. Even if they've told you no in the past, I normally will follow up with them and just say, especially if they liked one of my posts. They liked one of my coaching posts, like, hey, I know you told me no before, but I saw that you liked my posts and, thank you so much for supporting me. And I just want to know if your mind has changed at all about it. If not, that's totally okay. But, my groups are always open for you. Just make it nonchalant, like, hey, it's here if you need it. But I really want to help you get results if you're ready, type of thing. Don't put so much pressure on yourselves to come up with the most perfect post or come up with the right saying. You're going to figure it out as you go along, and you're going to get it. So you guys have any questions? I don't want to go too off topic on the leader ladder as our first Emerald chat, because I can go off topic a lot. You guys will learn. I can be like squirrel topic. That's why I'm like, I have to have my notes and what I'm going to talk about. Otherwise I'll be, you're going to start hearing me talk about other things. No? Cool. Okay, so if there's a topic that you guys do want me to go over, post it in the Emerald group of anything that you want to learn. I think at some point when we're further down the road, I'll start helping you guys with more of coach placement as far as once your spouse is Emeralds. So that way you're earning more income and pretty much double dipping in all areas. And that's going to be a little bit more advanced. So I want you guys to really be adding to your teams and getting those coaches in there for diamond and above. So that way we can start talking about adding coaches as far as placement for your spouses and for that stuff. So you are earning income more and growing your weak leg volume and really understanding as well, how much volume you have on each leg, your rollover volume, and knowing where to find those things. As well as this week, really learn about that leader ladder and what it is. Look in your online office. See what is it that you need to reach that next rung. At the end of the month, probably around the third weekish, I'll post a thing to say post up your leader ladder shot. So take a screenshot of your leader ladder off your phone or off the computer or whatever, and post it so that way we can see what areas you need to grow in, where we can do to help each other grow and fix in those areas so that way we can all move up on that leader ladder rung and, growing together. So I think that's it. So does that help too a little bit? You guys like these, Emerald chats? Okay, so I want to make sure they're beneficial to you guys and that you're not just spending Sunday night with me blabbering because I can do that too. And that you're getting something from it. So, obviously if you guys have any questions or if you want to know, anything else, put it into the Emerald group and I'd be more than happy to go over other trainings, and we'll just do this once a month. So that way we have one thing to focus on for that month. And that way we could just focus on that only and then grow every single month with a new subject, a new topic. So yay. All right. Well, then I will let you guys go. Thank you for hopping on, and I will post this recording as well in the Emerald group so that way people who missed out can get it as well. And have an amazing Sunday, guys. Bye.